This is the Nikon D600. It's a 24 megapixel DSLR camera. And this is the Z6. It's a 24 megapixel mirrorless camera. And it's the camera that I got to replace the D600. The reason that I decided to buy the Z6 is because all the reviews said that it far superseded the D600. But recently I've been wondering whether that's actually the case, or if we are being sucked in by the marketing departments of these big camera manufacturers, making us buy new stuff when maybe we don't have to. So in this video, I'm going to pit these two cameras against each other and see if we can come to some honest conclusions about what's better, the DSLR or the mirrorless. Let's start off by talking about the main difference between these two cameras. The DSLR has a mirror in it, in between the lens and the camera's sensor, and it's used to reflect optically what the lens can see via a prism into the optical viewfinder. So when you are looking through the viewfinder on the DSLR, you're seeing a reflection of reality coming in through the lens. Whereas, surprise, surprise, the mirrorless camera doesn't have a mirror in it. Instead, it uses software and technology to represent what you are seeing through the lens via digital noughts and ones. I must admit, when I was planning to switch from DSR to mirrorless, the viewfinder was a big thing. I was so used to seeing exactly what I saw, I was worried that the electronic viewfinder, or EVF, wouldn't be up to scratch. But I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised. The optics that you can get through the EVF pretty much equal what you can see optically through the viewfinder of a DSLR. And the other big bonus is that instead of just seeing it and having to change your settings based upon the exposure meter, in the mirrorless camera, what you see is what you get. So as you change the settings, the picture in the viewfinder changes based upon your exposure. These days, very few camera manufacturers are building new DSLRs, meaning that all of the modern technology is being pumped into the mirrorless market. That means if you've got an up-to-date mirrorless camera, then from a technical point of view, it's going to far outperform the DSLR, having better software, creating faster burst rates, having more focus points, and potentially more megapixels to work with. These days, mirrorless cameras also have lots of inbuilt jiggery pokery, from filters to focus stacking and various different AI techniques, making photography as effortless as it possibly can be. At this point, you're probably thinking, why would I even consider a DSLR? Obviously, the mirrorless camera is superior in pretty much every single way. But before you make that decision, I want to see if I can convince you that some of the camera manufacturing marketing companies are performing what I like to call some let's get some money off these suckers skullduggery. First of all, weight. I mean, how heavy the cameras are. As I'm holding these two cameras next to each other in each hand, I would say that the DSLR slightly edges it on lightness. Ultimately, it really comes down to the type of lens that you're using. You often find that more modern mirrorless camera lenses tend to be slightly chunkier and bulkier than the old-fashioned DSLR ones. That means that any weight saved in the size of the body is counteracted by the sort of lenses that you're using. Whilst we're on the subject of lenses, mirrorless cameras, although they've been around for a while now, haven't been around for as long as DSLRs were. And yes, you can use adapters to use older lenses on mirrorless cameras, but these tend to make the cameras much heavier. And on the D600, I can use pretty much any lens that Nikon have made since the 1970s, even ones without processing units in, which gives me a broad range of possibilities when it comes to lens choice, one that I'm still kind of limited with the Z6. The other big talking point, especially for me as a Yorkshireman, is money. Now, obviously with more technology and more advancements, then it's going to come with more pound signs. And mirrorless cameras are now far more expensive than the DSLRs. This one is probably about £300 more than this one, but some of the more modern ones in comparison to this are probably over £1,000 in difference. That means if you invest in a DSLR, not only are you saving money, you're also saving money to spend on a wider variety of lenses, and lenses that are also cheaper than the mirrorless ones. For example, this 24-70 that I've got on the Nikon Z6 is probably worth about £600, whereas this 35-70 that I've got on the DSLR is probably worth about £60. And in terms of quality, I don't think I can tell much difference. Call me old-fashioned, but I think one of the downsides to modern society is our necessity for things being done quickly, often at the expense of effort. If you invest in a mirrorless camera and twiddle a few dials and press a few buttons, then you're getting something that will pretty much do everything for you. But for me, that takes away some of the fun of photography. With a DSLR, you have to put in a bit more work. You have to know your biscuits when it comes to photography, in terms of what settings to use to get the correct exposure, rather than simply looking at it on a screen. And you have to do a few more fiddly bits to get the result that you want. But for me, that adds to the satisfaction of getting an image that you've really worked on. Having used both of these cameras side by side on my photo walk today, I think from a technological point of view and an ease point of view, it's quite obvious that the mirrorless camera is far superior to the DSLR. However, from an image quality point of view, I can't see very much difference at all. Indeed, if I hadn't have written on the screen which camera the photographs that I've shared in this video were taken on, I'd hazard a guess that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I'm pretty sure going forward that I will continue to use my mirrorless camera as my main camera, but I've also come to the conclusion that these two cameras aren't quite as far apart as the manufacturers' marketing departments would lead us to believe. I now realise that mirrorless cameras are designed to make photography as easy as possible for as many people as possible, whereas DSLRs take a bit of extra work, but still do a decent enough job, even if it doesn't have all of the technology packed into it that a mirrorless camera does. So I suppose the choice is yours. Do you want to invest in something that's more expensive but does more stuff? Or do you want to invest more time and effort into learning about photography and save a little bit of money on your camera? If it's the first one, then go with the mirrorless. If it's the second, then go with the DSLR. I hope you found this video useful and got something out of it. If so, then please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so. If you want to learn more about the technical side of photography, then why not binge watch this playlist? I look forward to seeing you in the next video, but until then, it's bye from me for now. See you soon.